Huntington's disease is a genetic mutation that can cause parts of the brain to stop working properly. The disease lingers within a person's DNA, and the disorder typically develops around the age of 30 to 50 years. However, it can, in reality, happen at any age. This is regardless of sex, color, race, nationality, to a degree, and ethnic group. According to statistics from the National Institutes of Health, 5.7 people per 100,000 individuals have Huntington's disease in North America, Australia, and Europe, with 1 in every 10,000 people worldwide. A strange outlier in Asia, with 0.4 people per 100,000 individuals. More on that later. Huntington's disease is caused by a mutation in the gene for a protein called Huntington, founded by American physician George Huntington in his paper on chorea on April 13, 1872. Its progressive degeneration of the basal ganglia involves loss of striatal neurons in part of the brain while also attacking the area of the brain that controls voluntary movement. Because brain cells are very sensitive to the effects of faulty genes, the defect can effectively cause building blocks of DNA, which include cytosine, adenine, and guanine, to repeat many more times than they normally do. This is the reason for the low Huntington's disease in Asia, as they have a lower propensity to high HD prevalence. The result of this is a section of the brain not working properly, which leads to the development of uncontrollable dance-like movements, abnormal body postures, with emotion, behavior, thinking, and personality disorder. Along with this, the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke reports that there are no risk factors that can lead to contracting Huntington's disease, as it is genetic and can only spread through the passing of the mutated gene from parent to offspring. The history of Huntington's disease is somewhere in the 1500s, assumed under another name, tarantism. It was theorized in an article published in 1958 in the Journal of Nervous and Mental Disease that it was named after the Italian dance originating in Lecce called Taranta by a Canadian neurologist Ander Babu. Up until now the 1800s, it was then called Huntington's chorea until the late 1960s finally called Huntington's disease by George Huntington. The only famous person on record to contract this disease was Woody Guthrie, who died in 1967 at the age of 55. As of modern times, it is classified as a progressive neurological disorder with absolutely no cure. There are old myths regarding Huntington's disease as being a male disease that can skip generations and is always inherited through the father. With scientific discovery, however, it is debunked as an inherited symptom that develops and progresses over time. Moreover, while one could use behavior action to determine if the person has Huntington's disease, a more reliable method is counting the number of kagapids in the HD gene using DNA taken from a blood sample. With everything covered, what are some ways to deal with them? Starting with how to avoid it. There is no prevention or strategies to not catch it. Again, it is genetic, so realistically it is more of the roll of the celestial dice that your parents don't give you the gene at birth. If there is nothing one can do there, then how does one deal with Huntington's disease? One of the theorized delaying strategies for it is to avoid stress, eat healthy, and lots of exercise to delay roughly 20 years. If a friend has the disease, try sticking to a single topic, using short sentences and pictures or visual cues. If you have the disease, seek speech and language therapy and perform regular exercise. You can also take medication. However, the only Food and Drug Administration approved is tetrabenazine in 2008, which reduces involuntary movement. Medications are there to lessen the mental and physical effects, and the therapy will be needed for exercise and other mental issues such as anxiety and depression. There are organizations want to seek out if they have Huntington's disease. A handful of them are international. The Huntington's Disease Youth Organization is there to help inform and educate the youth about the disease. HD Buzz provides research news of Huntington's disease in simple language. Huntington Study Group partners with various other organizations and offers clinical trials seeking to find the best available treatment for Huntington's disease. Finally, the Huntington's Disease Society of America is dedicated to improving the lives of everyone affected by Huntington's disease through community services, education, advocacy, research, and more. Check the local area if there is any access to support services in the community.